And we say good evening to you from Ayersville High School. It is week number 7 of the high school football season here on DC TV Sports, and it's the River Bowl between the Pilots of Ayersville and the Tinora Rams. Good evening, everybody. I'm Josh Bush alongside Brett Routon, and you know what? You throw out the records here in this game, no matter what, it's always that extra little rivalry between Tinora and Ayersville.
Yeah, it is. This is one where, you could have winless teams, undefeated teams. None of it really matters. When these teams get together, they don't like each other. The community, everybody is involved in the rivalry. So it's going to be a great one tonight, like it is every single year in this game. We're at Ayersville tonight. Let's see if that provides an edge, but we'll see.
It's the 48th meeting in the River Bowl, and we'll continue with our Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show next here on Sports. Welcome back to Ayersville High School. Josh Bush and Brett Routon with you here, week number 7. It's the River Rivalry, our Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show rolling on here. It's a battle of teams. Brent, Ayersville 5-1, 3-0 in the Green Meadows Conference for second-year head coach Andrew Mickey. Tinora with their first-year head coach Eric Becker, 3-3, 2-1 in the Green Meadows Conference. We saw them last week in that win over Wayne Trace. This should be an interesting matchup here tonight. As we look at these two, again, we've said before, it doesn't matter, the records.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, the records can be even a little skewed if you look at them with Tinora, who's coming off a big win against Wayne Trace, a really, really good Wayne Trace team. And they have shown this year that their losses have come to very formidable opponents, as to where, Ayersville is running through their schedule as well.
Let's head over to the field for our Elks 147 National Anthem. The Ayersville Pilot Marching Band with our Elks 147 National Anthem here tonight on DC TV Sports. Josh Bush and Brent Routon with you here tonight. Again, our Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac. Look at these two teams. We talked a little bit about records. Tinora, their 3 losses have come against dynamic opponents. And you mentioned it earlier. I didn't even realize it. The one loss that's in there is between two of those 3 teams.
Yeah.
So, losses to Patrick Henry, to Crestview, and Archbold.
Correct.
Which for some reason I didn't put on the sheet, but that's okay. But the combined record 17-1.
Right. I mean, and you look at that tough of opponent playing early on in the year. That just sets you up for, when you get into conference games here, where you're going to be a little more well prepared, as opposed to someone who maybe a team that's playing a slightly lighter schedule. Tinora gets those good pre-conference opponents. And although they don't chalk up wins in those games this year, it's prepared them and set them up for this point. We saw a pretty developed team against Wayne Trace last week. They're hoping to build off that again this week in a rivalry game.
For Ayersville, 5-1, but if you look, the strength of schedule probably not as tough. But I think that puts us in a situation here where we could have a pretty evenly matched football game between a couple of teams that don't necessarily have evenly matched records.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the records and they tell one story, but you look at what's happening on the field tonight and it may tell a little bit of a different story. So we think it's going to be a good one, and happy to be involved and happy to be here and excited to broadcast this one.
Our pregame show tonight, Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac. Make sure you stop and see Bob Estel and the gang on North Clinton Street in Defiance. DriveBobEstel.com. Well, Tinora will be receiving our opening kickoff here tonight. Our F&M Bank opening kickoff. And a low squib kick will be taken by one of the up men for Tinora. That's Grady Gusweiler, not a bad guy to have snag that one in, and he'll take it down out near the 40-yard line. So Tinora and 10 at their own about 40-yard line to start their first drive of the night.
And you get to look at the Tinora offense first, an offense that you're going to see, I think, predominantly run the ball, but they have been mixing in quite a bit of the pass lately. Looking to develop both sides. As always, a good run game will lead to opportunities to throw the ball and less coverage in the secondary. So we'll see what they do early on to get this game going.
Get you our starting lineups here in a minute. It'll be Graziani, Dominic Graziani, the junior quarterback, and he'll hand off on first down. A couple of yards off to the left side. Trying to see who.
I think it was Grady Gusweiler, I believe 4.
Yep.
And I think we'll see a steady diet of him tonight. I know between him and Joey Geisinger, we see a lot of ball carries going to that side, as well as the quarterback. Graziani will run as well. He'll break the pocket, and there'll also be some drawn-up run plays for him.
So gain of about 4 on first down, and Tinora will come set here. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield for Graziani. And it'll be second man through. Again, Gusweiler with the run. Let's get our Baker Schindler Company starting lineups here tonight as you look at this Tinora offense, Brent. The quarterback, Dominic Graziani, a junior, thrown in actually in the Tinora Ayersville game last year.
Yes.
Grady Gusweiler, and I think you can look at Owen Ackerman, Jacob, a couple of those wideouts, some key guys on the starting lineups here for this Tinora offense.
Yeah, no doubt. Caden Radzik, Owen Ackerman, there's plenty of weapons to throw to. There's plenty of weapons to hand the ball off to. Dominic Graziani is as dynamic as any of them on the field.
Big third down and 4, back to pass for the first time tonight, and it will be through the hands of an outstretched receiver. He was looking for Braden Rostai, and it'll fall incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down. We'll see what Tinora elects to do here. Flip it over. The starting lineup here tonight for this Ayersville defense really starts with those linebackers. Brady Clark, Torin Knieven. You also got Abe Delano to deal with out there on both sides of the football, but specifically on defense as well.
Yeah, Abe Delano is a dynamic player on both sides of the ball. He's a big target to throw to in the passing game, and then when he's out there on defense, he lines up on the edge sometimes as a linebacker, and he's all over the ball. You'll be hearing his name a lot tonight, both offensively and defensively.
Jacob Bishop will punt this one away for Tinora. Low, kind of wobbly kick. It'll kind of roll down there. Nice Tinora hop, bounce all the way inside the 20-yard line. So good, nice long boot there for Jacob Bishop.
Yeah, set up by a good Tinora return. Although they didn't get a first down, they're able to get a good punt off that, pin Ayersville back inside the 20. Looks like they'll be starting right about the 18-yard line, and that's a good spot if you're the Tinora defense. For Ayersville, you're going to get out here, and I think you're going to see a little bit of run-first offense. They're a team that will throw the ball but does not throw the ball as much. I believe they run the ball about 69% of the time.
Sure.
And then, so you think about it, 2 out of 3 plays are going to typically be run plays in this offense.
Lucas Fishpaul, senior quarterback, will lead this offense out there in shotgun formation on first down and 10 from their own 18-yard lines. And it'll be the second man through, hit immediately in the hole. And that was Knieven. Just a couple of yards. Baker Schindler starting lineups here, and for the Ayersville offense, Lucas Fishpaul, the senior quarterback, Torin Knieven in the backfield with him, and then you've got guys like Ray Wolfram and Abe Delano that are out there that you got to deal with as well.
Yeah, Ray Wolfram, dynamic athlete. Abe Delano, we talked about quite a bit, but they're going to key up on that big running back, Torin Knieven, who carries the ball a lot, gets those hard-earned yards, and is going to be your first option for the most part on offense.
So a gain of 2 there, second down and 8 from the 20. It'll be second man through. Looked like that might have been Delano with the football.
It was.
And not much there. Nice attack. We saw this last week out of this Tinora defense. And let's get our starters here as well. The Baker Schindler starting lineup in this Tinora defensive side. Grady Gusweiler, Joey Geisinger, Braden Rostai. That linebacking core is where it starts. But I tell you, The defensive backfield had a great night last Friday night.
Yes.
3 picks against Stoller from Wayne Trace.
Including the one that sealed the game there in the last second. So, yeah, the linebacking group is the group on defense. That's the leaders of the defense. You might have about 3 quarterbacks out there on defense. So we'll see if they're all over the ball again tonight as they per usual.
Well, it'll be a complete pass on 3rd down and 9. Delaney will have it across the 30-yard line, and it will be good enough for an Ayersville first down, our first down of the night.
And you see Delaney, we talked about him quite a bit already, and just like that gets a catch and also gets a carry so far in the first couple plays. So heavily involved with the offense as expected.
So first down and 10 now for the Pilots at the 33-yard line. Have a pair of backs in the backfield, and they'll go shotgun once again here in those powder blue uniforms. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll give it to, I believe, Knieven on the first down run out near the 35-yard line.
And it's simple. You can see exactly what they're trying to do here on offense. And I know we saw it a little bit against Bluffton, even though they had to adjust early on in the first half in that, after trailing quite a bit, to throwing the ball a little bit more. They're going to try to establish that run and run off and then pass off of that run. It was successful in the first couple of plays, and they're going right back to that with a first down here, setting up 2nd down and 7.
Good to have you along here, week number 7, River Rivalry tonight. 48th meeting between these two teams here on DCTV Sports. Shotgun again for the Pilots. Just a single back in the backfield this time, and they'll give it inside to Knieven once again, and he'll fall forward for a couple. You talk about that linebacking crew.
Yep.
Braden Rostai leading the charge there for this Tinora defense.
Yeah, those guys are all over the ball, and it seems like leading tacklers almost every week. You get 2 of the top 3 are coming out of that linebacker court, sometimes all 3 coming out of that linebacker court. So you definitely see them getting to the ball. They're the first